I know this is the year of projects that scare me, but after the last couple of months, this is going to be TNT month. Tried and true, easy projects, definite wins. I need it. So I have a bunch of fabric. And I do have one scary project, but I have a bunch of fabric here that I'm going to be making some of my very favourite dresses out of. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy watching me create things that I love and that fit me and that make me happy. If you've watched my How to Get Your Sojo video back, you know a bunch of you said, why have you not made an Eve dress yet? Eve is your favourite, and you are not wrong. It's something that I can cut out and sew up in a day, and I have made a bunch of them, but I do wear them. I love them. They are some of my favourite pieces in my wardrobe. This fabric was bought with the specific intention of making an Eve. It is a viscose with an abstract print on it, but it does technically have like little roses in it, so this is part of the rose collection, which has well and truly been started by the D&G dress that you'll see back there. I bought 3 meters of this from the Goldhawk Road. I bought it in every colorway that they did, but I'm going to be doing this pink and green version for May, and I think it's going to make an absolutely beautiful Eve, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out and actually wear it. So that's TNT number 1. Then I have a bunch of fabric here that are all going to be turned into KB Grace dresses. Now that is currently a pattern that is not available for you guys to buy. The By Hand London Kim dress and the La Carla, I can never remember the number, but these two are very, very similar. I have 4 fabrics here, 3 of which I've bought this year, but one of which I have had in my stash for a very long time, at least 10 years, and I have 2.8 meters or 3 yards of it. It's this cotton silk print from Spoonflower. Now I think that this is going to make an absolutely beautiful Grace dress, so I'm hopefully going to be using the entire length of this fabric on the cross grain to do a pleated and gathered skirt the length that I like, because the bodice of the Grace dress is actually very small pieces, which means that whatever I've got left after I've got the length of skirt that I like, which is around 28 inches, should fit on the remainder of this fabric. This is just absolutely gorgeous. It is a cotton silk blend. It's 45% silk, 55% cotton. It's kind of drapey but not. It has a nice hand to it. It was going to look really, really good with the pleated and gathered skirt. There is a tutorial for that, which I will list up above. It's just one of these fabrics that I've had in the stash for such a long time, waiting for the perfect project, and I love the Grace dress. It's going to look great in this amount of fabric, so I'm really excited to get this one made up. Next we have this rose print fabric that the very lovely Jane made me buy. I have got 5 meters of this. It's going to be a Grace dress. So whilst I'm making all of these fabrics into Grace dresses, I am going to try and do something slightly different with each skirt, so it's not incredibly boring for you guys to watch, and it will be utilizing lots of tutorials that I do have on the channel that you will be able to go back and have a look at and see exactly how I made each particular skirt and the techniques behind it, because I'm hoping to make this into one video, like 4 fabrics, 4 bodices, 4 different skirts. That's the theory. So this one, as I say, have 5 meters of it. I really like this viscose. I was planning on maybe doing a tiered and gathered skirt with this one, but I have another fabric that I definitely want to do a tiered and gathered skirt with. So I think this one I am going to... Now, do I do a maxi skirt, or do I do a circle skirt and then use the leftovers to try and make a shirt to go over the top of it? I'm going to make a maxi dress out of this one because I have another one that I want to do the shirt thing with. So I am probably going to use the By Hand London Anna skirt with the split up the front. I don't like the Anna skirt when it is knee length on me. It's not enough volume, but when it's maxi length I love it. And I have made this combination in the past with a border print that didn't quite work because it wasn't flowy enough, but I think with this viscose that combination is going to look amazing, and I think this print deserves large panels because of the giantness of the print, so I think that is going to be a really, really pretty dress. I do think it will be something that kind of comes across a little bit more evening-y because it is going to be very cleavage-tastic and a long skirt with a split up the front, but this is me we're talking about, and I will probably put it with this cardigan and wear it during the day because why not? Next up, this one that I bought from Fabric Godmother. It's a cotton lawn with a chestnut tree leaves and flowers printed all over it. I got this from Fabric Godmother and I got 5 meters of it because it was in the sale. Now this one I am going to do a 5-panel circle skirt because I do think it's a directional print. I am also going to try and make a little tie front shirt that goes over the top to kind of blend out the cleavage a little bit when I don't want it to be such a cleavage-tastic dress, because the Grace is a boob-tastic dress. There's no denying that. But I think I will have enough with 5 meters to cut out the 5-panel circle skirt, the bodice, and possibly the Gertie shirt, tie front shirt, possibly the 9345 tie fronted shirt to wear over the top of it. So I'll have a separate shirt for wearing with plain skirts and jeans and stuff, but then I will also have it to put over the top of this for a little bit more kind of coverage for an everyday dress. Not that I won't wear any of these as an everyday dress, because I will, but that's kind of the plan with this one. And then the final fabric I have in front of me is this absolutely amazing Japanese cotton that I got from the Cloth Edit in Australia. Now I have 4 meters of this one and it is a very, very directional print, and it's also ever so slightly sheer. So what I'm planning on doing with this one is interlining the bodice and then lining the bodice. The Grace dress is completely lined. Then I'm going to do a tiered and gathered skirt with this one because, as I say, it is very obviously a directional print, and I think it's going to look really cute with all of the flowers going up the right way. And because of the body that this fabric has, I think the gathers is going to give it a nice poof effect as well. I really like a tiered and gathered skirt in a kind of like cotton lawn. I think it has a really, really nice effect. And as I say, I have 4 meters of this, so I think I will be able to achieve a skirt that looks awesome. It is going to need lining because it is ever so slightly sheer, so I'm probably going to do a half circle skirt out of some viscose twill that I've got back here to kind of just make it decent so that I'm not flashing my knickers, because whilst it's not like super see-through, but it's sheer enough that it is something that I was concerned about. Let's see if I can show you a piece without completely destroying everything. I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but it's not quite burnout, but I do think it's sheer enough. Yeah, you can just about see there. I think it's sheer enough that if I don't fully line the skirt of this with a half circle skirt under the gathers, I think it's going to be really, really obvious. And I'm going for a half circle skirt under a gathered skirt because it won't add any bulk. If I did a gathered lining and a gathered outer fabric, that would add a lot of bulk at the waist. So a half circle skirt is a nice flat waistline, and then the gathers can go on top of it. And I'm really excited about this one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous fabric, and I'm really surprised that this bright yellow is my color. It's in my color wheel. I had my colors done. If you want to watch that video, I've link it up here. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's a very, very summery color, so I'm looking forward to having this dress in the warmer months. And I think for me this is going to be another one that I will completely wear during the day, because why not? But it's also going to be a slightly dressier one in my head, so I'm excited to see how all of those turn out. As I say, I'm aware that's a lot of T&Ts, and I am aware that is a lot of the same exact pattern but just variations on a theme, but I do think after the last couple of months that's definitely something that's needed, and definitely something that's going to like really cement my Sojo being back. I'm not completely giving up on my projects that scare me. I am going fingers crossed, I am going to try and fit in some corset shenanigans, because I really want to start making the dresses that are going to go over this corset. So I have one that's 95% done. It's almost finished, it's almost perfect. I just need to adjust the top line of it, so I'm going to try and work on that this month as well. Realistically, the corset actually doesn't take that long to cut out and sew up. It's just getting the fit right, so that's what I need to work on, and I'm so close, so close. So fingers crossed I can get that done. And then, as if that wasn't enough, because this is me we're talking about and I always like to bite off way more than I can chew, I want to make another bag. Just finished this. It's the Horiath out of the mustard Mora leather, and I love how this has turned out. This is the bag that I taught at the sewing retreat at Fox Hills earlier this month. I am absolutely in love with it. Now I do have enough of this Mora leather left that I think I will be able to cut out a Carter Messenger bag. I love that bag. It was the bag I taught at the second sewing retreat that I've done, and when we went to the Stitching Elmers the other day, I actually bought some of this quilting cotton to go with this mustard Mora leather for the Carter Messenger bag. I need to have a look through my hardware stash to make sure that I have enough hardware to make that bag, but I think I do. I think I have everything that I need. So at some point this month I would also like to get that done. Nothing like biting off way more than I can chew, hey? So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my plans for the rest of this month, and if you think it's a good idea to sort of like go through some TNTs and really cement the Sojo so that I can start on the challenging projects again. And I am going to try and balance it out a little bit better going forward next month with a mixture of TNTs as well as the terrifying new stuff as well, so that it doesn't get to a burnout stage like I've just experienced. So yeah, let me know which one you're looking forward to seeing most. Would you do anything different with any of these fabrics? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one here.